DOE reorganization shifts focus to fossil and nuclear. The Department of Energy, DOE, has undergone a sweeping restructuring that eliminates or renames several clean energy offices while elevating fossil fuels, nuclear energy, and critical mineral development. A shift that aligns squarely with the Trump administration's energy dominance agenda. The changes, published quietly in a new DOE organizational chart, reveal the most significant realignment of federal energy priorities since the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, BIL, created multiple clean energy deployment offices in 2021. Many of those same offices, which collectively manage tens of billions in funding, no longer appear in DOE's structure. Major clean energy offices removed. According to the chart and corroborating internal sources, the following offices have been removed or merged without public explanation. Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, E. Office of Clean Energy Demonstrations. Grid Deployment Office, GDO. Office of State and Community Energy Programs. Federal Energy Management Program, FEMP. A DOE source speaking to Latitude on background said ERE's functions are being absorbed by a newly created Office of Critical Minerals and Energy Innovation, CMEI, an office that now reports directly to the Undersecretary of Energy. Significantly, OCED, MESC, GDO, and STEP were all created under the BIL to deploy billions for grid modernization, clean energy manufacturing, and community energy initiatives. DOE has begun issuing cancellation lists indicating nearly $24 billion in awards may be rescinded. This represents one of the largest rollbacks of congressionally directed clean energy funding in U.S. history. Priorities: shift to fossil fuels, nuclear, and critical minerals. The restructuring elevates hydrocarbon and nuclear functions while rebranding others. Office of Fossil Energy and Carbon Management. Hydrocarbons and Geothermal Energy Office, HGEO. The renaming signals reduced emphasis on carbon management and expanded support for conventional fossil production alongside geothermal. Loan Programs Office, Office of Energy Dominance Financing, EDF. This newly named office has already begun backing more nuclear and fossil projects, though it recently approved a $1.6 billion transmission loan. New offices under Science and Technology. Office of Artificial Intelligence and Quantum, AIQ. Office of Fusion, OF. Office of Strategy and Technology Roadmaps, OSTR. Office of Technology Commercialization, OTC. These additions mirror components of the former Office of Critical and Emerging Technology, created in 2023 to coordinate the work of national labs on AI, semiconductors, and quantum systems. That office no longer appears. Outside experts note that while this shift deprioritizes decarbonization, it accelerates federal investment in nuclear, AI infrastructure, and critical mineral supply chains, all areas where the administration seeks geopolitical leverage. According to IEA's 2024 Critical Minerals Market Review, global clean energy transitions still require a 150 to 250% increase in critical mineral supply by 2030. The prominence of CMEI on DOE's new chart suggests that the administration sees mining, processing, and mineral security as the linchpin of U.S. energy strategy. Billions in clean energy funding at risk. Preliminary lists circulating among DOE staff and grant recipients indicate potential cuts in grid resilience and transmission modernization, GDO, hydrogen hubs and demonstration scale projects, battery and advanced energy manufacturing, state and local energy programs. These cancellations could disrupt dozens of hydrogen, geothermal, and long-duration storage demonstrations, many of which were mid-design or in early construction phases. The American Council on Renewable Energy warned earlier this year that rolling back BL-funded deployments could erode private sector market confidence for years, given that OSET-backed first-of-a-kind projects often crowd in private capital. Nuclear security structure remains largely untouched. One of the few stable areas in the new structure is the National Nuclear Security Administration, NNSA, which oversees nuclear weapons and waste management. All major NNSA sub-offices, defense programs, nuclear nonproliferation, counterterrorism, naval reactors, remain unchanged. This stability contrasts sharply with the uncertainty facing civilian clean energy programs. What this means for industry: the new structure realigns DOE around traditional energy priorities and strategic technologies rather than climate-focused deployment. For industry leaders, several implications stand out. Transmission expansion may slow without GDO's regional planning programs. Demonstration-scale decarbonization tech loses federal momentum, forcing greater reliance on state incentives and private equity. Nuclear and hydrocarbons gain top billing, with streamlined financing via the rebranded EDF. Critical minerals become a central organizing principle of U.S. energy strategy, affecting manufacturing, logistics, and permitting processes nationwide. AI, quantum, and fusion research receive elevated scientific roles, suggesting future crossovers with national security and industrial policy. Many companies with active DOE agreements will now need to reassess timelines, funding risk, and federal engagement strategies as the restructuring takes full effect. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites presented by E+E Leader. For partnership opportunities, reach out to a member of our team.